the chidushei harim, we were just like we're talking about sod and learning sod. How did they learn sod without pirushim was very not simple. So the chidushei harim went to he went to his grandson and he told him to learn deeper things. I believe he told him, and if I remember right, that the sfas emes, the chidushei harim died when the sfas emes was only 17 or 18, and he went over so the chidushei harim said you have to learn. So he's like, I don't know, I understand. He's like, yeah, whatever. You don't understand? You come to me. We'll figure it out. So he's learning, and obviously pretty quickly he's like, what's going on over here? So the sfas emes says, listen, hold the question, and you'll finish the sefer. I guess it's a time, finish through it, read through the whole thing, and when you're done, come back to me, and we'll see about the questions. So he went through the whole thing, and anytime you have a question, make a little mark, and we'll talk them over. So he came back to him after he was finished the whole time. Again, I think he died when he was only 17, so he must have started. I don't know what age. It was very. I honestly don't know. And he went to the He said, well, I'm finished. Can we talk about it? Chidushim said, now read it again. And he figured out his whole mahalach sfas emes, part of it, and very much of it. If you learn, there's farm now that are trying to put it out. A lot of the sfas emes, and like the baseline of where he gets these pshatim is not just the midrashim and the gemaras he brings. It's very much he's bringing axiomatic for him is the Ari and the Zohar, and he's going with it very much. But he's explaining it his way. But that's what Chidushei was really saying is like you can find your way. And so Baal Shem Tov said that the Zohar every day reveals another pirush, another pshat. And I think the Komarna Zohar Chai was
every day in history.
Yeah. And the Komarna, I believe in Zohar Chai brings that in the introduction, if I remember right. And he writes, I hope I accessed one day. It's like an incredible pirush.
Wow.
He's like, I hope maybe this is one day.
Sorry. One day of what?
Of the pirush of what the Zohar is. It's like 5 volumes of deep Torah, like small writing, beautiful things. And like one teacher said, and it's clear. He said, when you learn him, you can't tell the difference between the Ari and his lashon. It's so profound, and then he just goes into avoda, which is like unbelievable avoda. It's like amazing sefer. And he's like, I hope I got one day. Like it's like more than one day, no way. And maybe one day. It's like how many layers of it to Zohar? That's like
one day of what?
Of how Hashem revealed the Zohar. Because every day is a totally new pirush. That's what Baal Shem Tov said. Every day is a new pirush from the Zohar. Totally new. That's why, so I may as well go with the Ravaka B'Chatzira, like from Morgenstern, right? Ravaka B'Chatzira, he was not into the Rishash at all. Mm-hmm. Although Morgenstern said we can't do his way because he didn't give us tools. He didn't tell us what he held. What does he hold? How does he answer the 100 tiras or so, Be'erich, that the Rishash has in a time? And he answered with the whole system. What does he do? We don't know. But one thing he told his son was, you want to see all these kabalah stories, like the whole shells of kabalah stories. He's like, that's all to learn how to like smoke your pipe, walk down the street. He's like, if you want to learn how to daven, you need to like somehow combine these in totally different ways and have new books every day. This many, so you can't really express it. It's just your davening is every. This is just like push it, and then based on this, you come up with something else entirely for what your davening every day is, which is like wow. And he did. We do have some of his pirushim. They're amazing. They're kabbalistic. They're incredibly beautiful. They're wonders. Anyway, Kitzer, they're wondrous. There's no question. There's no question that it's very amazing. It's hard to match him how he deals with when he speaks, however he speaks. So Hashem is Zakein. So I guess we'll start now to a little bit bechukosai. I wanted to do Komarna. Yeah, the Komarna. Oh boy, this Komarna. He says he brings the medrash says in bechukosai telechu, right? With mitzvos says tishmoru. I see some oisam. Oisam is without a vav. Without a vav, no vav there. So the medrash says, what does it mean oisam without a vav? You could read that atem. So Chanina Bar Papa said, if you keep the Torah, the mitzvos, and you guard the Torah, I make it as if you created yourself. Come on, I was like, what does this mean? Sounds interesting. I mean, what does it mean? So he says amazing things. He says you have to know, what does it mean? You as if you made yourselves. He said, no, my brother, my dear friend. People have a lot of nisyonos, a lot of chalisha das. Because the bad within them, the evil, has a lot of disdain for anything good and fights. Doesn't want. It says, I want this gashmis and that gashmis. I don't want ruchnis. No, thank you. The ruchnis gives you the ability to tame the gashmis. It's not what he wants. Not what he wants. Hates this bechina tzidkis and tzaddik, doesn't like it. He said that's what happened to the Baal Shem Tov himself. He had so much chiddushei badas from the Erev Rav that one time he almost fell from his levels. The last minute he had his chazkas from Shemayim with Hashgacha Nifla. Amazing Hashgacha. He said that's what happened to tzaddikim amitim. He said the only exception to this is the Baditchev. Levi Baditchev, he said he had a chiddushei badas once, and people made him so crazy. He said he lost his levels for 6 months. He said, what about the siyata d'shmaya? The Hashem helps the weekend he was stirred, they were real tzaddik. He said his Talmud, the Maggid of Kajit, said that they would for sure have given him a chizchaskus from Shamayim like they did so many tzaddikim, except that he was so fighting the Sitra Achra and he was trying to be finding his chus and all the Yisrael that they really went after him. They really went after him. So he wasn't able to. And he said, all the tzaddikim to the Erev Rav, it's not so simple. They try to make you feel discouraged. They try to mess you up. He said, believe me, my brothers, that many times, or several times, people were after me, and I had chiddushei badas. I felt, at a loss, loose ends. I just couldn't get together. I felt a tremendous discouragement. In Shonos, it's hard for me on many, 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 many levels and aspects. He said, in one moment, he said, I put on tefillin, tzitzis, I said Shema, daven, or learn Torah. And in that moment, I got such a wondrous taste of holiness and connection and sweetness. This light, I could not express at all what I got. He said, and that made me into a completely new creation. I'm not the same person anymore.
The Komarna talking about himself?
Yeah. And this is what happens. You're not the same person anymore. You connect to the mitzvah really, and you get this incredible chiyus, and you're a berei chadasha. You're somebody else. You're not the same person. You're a berei chadasha. You're a new creation. You're a new creation. He said, suddenly my face was shining, my heart's in the right place, fire and connected and happy, everything's good. Tremendous, tremendous joy. All the feelings of this world and all these inyanim, like, oh, they're running after me, this is hard, that's hard, I don't care, I just want Hashem. Right? That's what Ruchaniba Papa means. If you keep the mitzvahs, I'm going to make it as if you created yourself. Atem. I see some Oyusam is Atem because there's no Vav. You can read it Atem. Because when you connect to the Torah mitzvahs properly, you're going to find that chiyus and some mitzvah and some Torah and something that's going to give you connection for whatever it may be. And this, of course, is very similar to Nachman of getting the bittul. When you nullify, when you find that nullification to Hashem, you're totally assumed that Hashem will come back. You have to bring something from there so that you are revitalized and changed. Otherwise, it gets harder. That's a very similar. Very often we find that Komarna is similar to Nachman. So, very similar idea. And that's our job. Our job is to revitalize until we're zocha to be a totally new creation.
Is this saying the way to get there is through avoda?
Just yearning and waiting and trying and hoping. When it's hard, just hold on and do the mitzvahs the
guard
best
the
way you
mitzvahs,
can and learn Torah the best way you can. And again, truly, the truth is, learning especially Torah, and this is what I'm saying, especially Torah Pi Avoda, without any big aspirations of being some kind of Baba, putting a pajama, I don't know what exactly, I don't know what you're trying to do, but like very pasha just to connect to Hashem, to see the greatness of Hashem, whatever level you can. You could also get this like, wow, and you're just like somebody else. There's no words.
If you just complete the vacant, you're there.
For sure. You just need again. You need a foundation, at least a poskim, preferably Gemara. Poskim should be from the Gemara to Rishon till the Halach. But whatever you do. I'm not everyone on the feet what they're holding and who they are have to figure out what they need to do and how to do it. But because it's a tremendous speed, I actually was thinking of going to Kol a long time ago, Kol Chatzos with your kids Arizal. And the Rosh Kola there was like, you have to be careful not to learn only Torah, because once you start to learn it, it's so sweet. It's hard to learn anything else. You gotta learn at least the Daf Gemara day, you gotta learn this, you gotta learn that. But like that's true. In other words, you can connect this tremendous sweetness that it's like, and that's something that can like anchor you with Hashem in a way that nothing else can, which is part of its tremendous advantage. So I think that's good for the Komarna. Okay.